Hey, I'm Michael from DistroMike, and today we're going to answer the question, is HHC legal? So HHC stands for hexahydrocannabinnol. On a federal level, HHC is legal due to the 2018 Farm Bill, which legalized hemp and all of its derivatives. Since HHC is converted or derived from the hemp plant, HHC is considered a legal product under the 2018 Farm Bill. On the state level, it gets a little bit different though. So federally, HHC is legal. State level though, it depends on the state. 2-3 years ago, HHC was legal in pretty much every state across the country. However, over the past couple years, with the banning of Delta-8 in a lot of states, HHC has also been banned in a decent amount of states. The list is constantly changing. There are new bills sort of trying to get passed in almost every state every single year, trying to ban the Delta-8 and the HHC market. However, we've successfully sort of fought off a lot of these bills over the past year or so. In a few markets where HHC is going to be legal, where Delta-8 is not, that's going to be states like Michigan, possibly Mississippi. Mississippi is a gray area, but Michigan, for instance, you cannot sell Delta-8, but you can sell HHC. There are states like California where it's really gray area. Delta-8 is definitely not legal in California. HHC could be argued either way. The problem with the legality of HHC is the argument is sort of two-sided. If HHC is not legal, it's normally legal because somewhere in the bill it says all synthetically derived cannabinoids are not legal. The argument that comes up is HHC synthetic or is it not synthetic? And you truly can argue it either way. Technically, you can sort of find HHC in nature. It has been documented before in hemp or cannabis plants, but at very minute levels, and normally due to some sort of degradation within the plant and not necessarily naturally producing at large levels. So in one instance, if HHC is sort of found in nature and it is converted from a CBD isolate, which is a hemp derivative, into HHC, you could argue, well, it's not synthetic because it's sort of found in nature and it is derived from hemp, and the Farm Bill legalized all hemp derivatives. Now on the other side of the argument is, well, HHC is synthetic since it's not extracted from the plant. It is converted from a derivative of the plant. So you'll find attorneys that argue both ways. Some attorneys will say HHC is a naturally occurring cannabinoid. Even if it is converted from CBD, that is still not fully synthetic, which means that HHC is not synthetic. And then on the other side, you've got attorneys that say, well, it really doesn't matter since it is converted, and there are aspects of the conversion that are sort of outside of the hemp space, meaning there's ingredients that are added during the conversion process that are not hemp related. Therefore, it is truly synthetic and it's not able to be sold. The cold hard truth is no one really knows. As of right now, there is not any major enforcement happening on HHC, meaning if you go to smoke shops or gas stations in a lot of states, you'll find HHC being sold. There are a ton of brands selling HHC, and there's been no sort of formal letter or statement or documentation coming out from any federal agencies saying that HHC is not legal. On the state level, some states do put inside their bills that or they list HHC as one of the banned or illegal cannabinoids. In other states, they do not list it. My biggest suggestion, if you're curious on if HHC is legal in your state or not, is to reach out directly to the Department of Agriculture. In most instances, they're sort of the group handling the hemp laws in every state. And since every state's different and constantly changing, if I were to give you any sort of hard answers today, by the time you watch this video, there's a good chance that those rules may or may not have changed. I know that was a lot, but is HHC legal? I'm gonna say most likely yes, at least at a federal level. On a state level, it's just gonna depend on what state you're in. But if you have any further questions or wanna know anything else about HHC or Delta-8 or cannabis or vaping, please let us know. We're DistroMike, and we're the educational hub for everything CBD, vape, and more. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.